Okay, so this week I'm trying something a little different. I can't record a normal video this week. Figured I'd do a quick what's in my bag type video. So this is what's in my bag, the street photography edition, at least one version of it. I'll redo these on occasion to show you different variations of what I take out. But this is what my bag might look like if I go out to shoot street photos tomorrow. First off is my iPad. This is an older iPad Pro, 10.5 inch. Oftentimes when I'm taking street photos, I like to take a break or get lunch or at least a coffee at a coffee shop. So whenever I'm sitting down there, I can pull this out and either preview some of the photos I've worked on, do some writing, just jot down some ideas. But overall, it's just a handy tool and a lot lighter and smaller than carrying a full laptop on these shoots. The newer iPad Pros are a lot faster and do a lot more, but this one's been really good for me. Now let's talk about some of the accessories I carry around for the iPad. So with the latest versions of the iPad OS, there is better mouse support. So I carry around an Apple mouse, and also I carry around an SD card reader because my Fujifilm and my 6D both shoot to SD cards. I carry around some earbuds for music, of course, but also remote trigger for my iPhone whenever I'm using my iPhone on a tripod to take photos or video with my iPhone. Then of course the Apple Pencil, that works great with the iPad Pro. It's great to use for the Photos app, but it's also nice to jot down notes and ideas in like Note Shelf and Apple Notes. I carry around this little Manfrotto tripod. It's small, easy to pack, very sturdy, pretty basic, but it's just well built, and it's come in really handy for me over the years. And I carry around a couple things to clean off lenses when need be, an air blower and a microfiber cloth. Always I have to have one or the other or both, just to make sure I have clean lenses. Then of course I have my media that I shoot with or onto for my digital. I have some SD cards. I usually always go with SanDisk. And then I have a few rolls of film. Sometimes I'll carry around all the same brand. Sometimes I'll carry around different choices. This is just a couple of rolls of HP5 that I'll probably shoot this week. And I have an SD card bag that I'll pack a few backup cards just in case something goes wrong with the others, or when I'm done shooting one, I can put it in here, and this is a nice protector against dust and moisture and whatnot. Then the most important thing are the cameras themselves. So I don't always carry around more than one camera, but oftentimes I do. And usually that means I'll have a film camera and a digital camera. And lately I've been really liking this EOS Elon 7. Right now it has the 40mm pancake on it. It's a really compact camera that's fully featured, and it's just really a pleasure to shoot with. So this is the camera I've been carrying around lately to shoot on film with. And for my digital photography, lately it's been with my X-H1 a lot. Right here, this has the 35mm f2 on it. I bounce between this and the 16mm quite often, but I also have a lot of adapted lenses that I'll carry out with me on occasion, depending on what the look I'm going for, or if there's a lens I want to try out. But the X-H1 is super versatile. I had the X-T2 before, which is an amazing camera, but I decided to still put those funds towards this. I chose the X-H1 over the X-T2 mainly for the video capabilities of the X-H1, as well as the in-body stabilization. When you're shooting with adapted lenses, just having that extra level of stabilization is nice. So yeah, the X-H1 is really, really great. I've enjoyed shooting with it for both video and photography, and I've really just scratched the surface of what I can do with it. Whenever I don't carry around an autofocus film camera, I'll carry around a old school mechanical manual focus film camera. I have a couple of these. This is an f1 from Canon. I have an f1 and a FTB QL, as well as a Canon T90. But this f1 and my FTB both can operate completely battery free. They only need the battery to meter, so that's nice. If I have this in my bag, regardless of what is going on with my other cameras, I can always take photos with these. I just have a roll of film and this camera, I'm always good to go. So knowing that you have a camera that works with you regardless of your battery power is always nice. I have multiple bags. This is the bag that I've carried around recently. It's just small enough, or I should say it's just big enough to fit my iPad Pro, and it theoretically could just fit a small laptop, but most of the time I just carry my iPad Pro in it, as well as my camera gear and everything else I've shown you. This is a fairly generic brand off Amazon. I'll link to it in the description below, but I've had actually good luck with some of the Amazon bags that aren't the high-end brands. There's a lot of them that are really well made and well under $100. This one was under $40, I think. And it has, as you can see, it has a traditional camera bag padding in the middle that you can adjust and whatnot, or pull out completely if you're not using it for cameras. And then it has, like I said, inside it has a place for the iPad, and then it has traditional pockets and whatnot for pens and cards and notebooks and whatnot on the side. And on the bottom it has a couple straps to help you carry around a tripod. I don't always use that when I'm going to shoot street photography, because oftentimes I'm just doing that handheld, but if I were to take this on a landscape shoot, I would definitely put my one of my tripods underneath it to really pack in a compact way. This bag is really a great value for the price. My only beef with this bag is that the Velcro isn't really strong, so if you have a decent amount of weight in there, that handle on top doesn't work that well. Your mileage may vary though, but that's been my experience with it. I might try to actually strengthen that flap a little bit so I can use that handle a bit more. So I always keep the shoulder strap on there, and so with that in mind, it's worked really well. I think one of the most important things about this bag that I really like is that it has multiple levels of protection for when it rains, so that you have a top zipper and then two flaps that flap down under it, and then not only that, but you have the main flap that covers the entire inside. So you have a few layers of protection if it starts to rain and you're out with your cameras. So that's it for now. That was just a quick run through of what one of my bag setups might look like if I'm going out to shoot street photography. I would do other variations depending on the situation. Sometimes I'll take one camera and a couple lenses. In this case, this would be a situation where I'd want to bounce between digital and film relatively often. So instead of spending time switching lenses, I would just bounce between cameras. Maybe I'll do another one of these soon if you guys like this, and show you different variations that I might carry around. Thank you as always for watching. Please like and subscribe, and connect with me on Instagram if you're on there as well. Talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.